This is the My Camping Adventures channel, taking an impromptu hike, checking out this sign that says Hector Falls. Let's see what we find. Again, out here, alone by myself, middle of nowhere on a Saturday. Wouldn't have it any other way. Well, not alone. You're all here with me. I have no idea where this leads. I don't have a whole lot of power left on the GoPro. Haven't recharged it. So, let's see what we can get. I love those pine trees. Tell you what, you need shelter, pine tree. You need to start a fire, pine tree. You need vitamin C to prevent scurvy, pine tree. A little bit hungry, the inner bark, the cambium layer, pine tree. Swear to guys, I saw a large non-bear like standing upright black shape over to my left behind a tree, but I digress. I have no idea where I'm going. I have no idea if it's gonna rain. To be honest with you, I think this may be the most fun I've had all weekend. Could be the Manhattan too. Now, I had one drink and a glass of water, waited, had some food, and then I drove. Let's all be safe, people. I have no idea where I'm going. No idea where Hector Falls is. Never saw a sign there before. In all the years I've been driving this place, when I come down this way, that said Hector Falls. I guess that's where our tax dollars went. At least it's something. By the way, I have a fixed blade knife on me, a folding knife on me, a very teeny tiny knife in my pocket, and probably one in my pack. Actually, I do. I got the Gerber strong arm, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, alright, 5 knives on me. Probably got just as many ways to make a fire. Got 1, 2, at least 3 ways to purify water. Four, I guess, if you count my stove and my cup to boil it. This better not be like 37 miles away. I don't think there's much battery life left on this GoPro. I'm thinking Hector Falls, touristy sign. Hey, I gotta walk 100 yards. Tell you what, I'm in the middle of nowhere, alone by myself. No one would ever find me. I did send a text to a relative saying where I was, but by the time they figured that out, on my own for 2 or 3 days. What in God's creation have I just randomly got myself into? In the course of YouTube and these multi-million view channels, this isn't life shot. Oh my God, there's a deer again. Life shattering, but oh my gosh, we're out here. We're alone. It's beautiful. I've been going hard, hiking and exploring and camping for you guys all weekend, and I hope you enjoy it. I just want to see Hector Falls. That was a beautiful deer. Already made a short of the last time the deer scared the crap out of me, literally. I've seen so many deer this weekend. I would have wished I knew about this place sooner. I would have hiked here earlier today. I think in total I've hiked about 15 miles this weekend. Not much for you ultra marathoners out there, but if you're 58 and you work all week and sit in a chair, that's something. And I'm gonna do this. Oh man. Would have been nice to have a full GoPro battery. I did not think it was this far. I don't even know where Hector Falls is, or if there is a Hector Falls, or if it's not 28 miles away. But I saw a deer. And interestingly, there are white trail markers on the trees. So I'm going somewhere. Would have been nice if they put in the sign. Hector Falls, 2.1 miles. Look, another glacial rock. You know what the nice part about this is? I have nothing better to do. It's a wonderful feeling. This is the best thing to do. I just wanted to go on another e-bike ride. Now that the weather's cleared up, I have to cram 7 days worth of fun into a weekend and put out enough content to hopefully share with you guys. I'm going to be quiet for a bit, see if we see any other animals, and let you enjoy the scenery. I have to say one thing. If they scripted idyllic forest hiking trail and scenery, they would have used this spot. I'm worried the GoPro is gonna die before we get there. If we get there. With all the hard charging and recent drinking I've done, hopefully I don't die before we get there. That's my sense of humor, guys. I apologize. Bill Murray would have understood. Got a funny story. When I was driving my wife around, she likes to drive, decades ago. Not that long ago, but decades ago. She didn't like my driving. I used a line from a Bill Murray movie. Sorry, must have drank too much cough syrup this morning. She grabbed the wheel. I've let her drive since. I got a serious question for you guys. I know everything that's wrong with their world and what it is, and I could be having a really serious channel talking about it, but no matter. We're all here. We're all people, theoretically. And how can I say this? We all inside of ourselves want to be liked, have some joy, and have others to share and do things with. My question for all of you is, where's everyone's sense of awe? Heard a noise. Where's everyone's sense of adventure? Has it all just been taken from us? What in God's green earth is this? Seriously, if I didn't see that sign, pull my Jeep over, get out of my Jeep, throw a pack on, and hike down here, none of us would have known what was around this corner. And I, for one, am still curious. Kind of sad that I'm in the middle of nowhere and there's a pack of cigarette wrapper laying there. I could go for a St. Bernard right now with a bottle of whiskey around his neck. A barrel. They use barrels, I think. I really, guys, I have no idea where I am. No idea where I'm going. No idea what lies around that corner. I've never been here before in my life. And I've been almost everywhere, almost around here. And it's getting darker. It might rain. Maybe it's because I don't have a camp to go back to. And cable or satellite. Really? I got a tent and a cot. That's luxury. God. Guys. This better not be one of those things where they find the GoPro and go, oh, that's what he was doing. Where in God's green earth is Hector Falls? I'm going downhill towards water, theoretically, but you think if there was a sign that said Hector's Falls, there'd be a Hector's Falls. Not an endless path, going further into the middle of nowhere late in a Saturday evening. But curious minds want to know. So on we go. Okay, that was really weird. I just walked through a band of superheated air. Heat rises, correct? Yet I'm getting lower into the valley, and it's getting hotter and more humid as I descend. Theoretically, I could do an emergency overnight down here and still crawl my way up tomorrow and manage to get home to my obligations. Right now, I just like to find the falls before my GoPro battery dies and I let you guys down. Wow. Other than that gas thing sitting there, I feel like I'm the only human that's been here in years. Wait, I see rocks. I see it leveling out. I'm walking through mist and fog and mud. This is perhaps the strangest, most remote place. Oh my God. Guys, I gotta show you this. That's a footprint. That's a footprint. There are footprints back here. Relatively fresh. Someone else is on this trail. And I didn't see any cars. And it's too far to walk from anywhere else. More footprints. This is getting kind of dangerous, possibly. Y'all thought I was joking about my camping adventures. Not all you. Some of my friends. I'm telling you what, man. I'm getting that creeped out feeling right now. Because there's no vehicles. Those prints are fresh. There's nowhere anybody could have come from. I see a stream. I truly hope that is not Hector's Falls. I'm going just a tad bit further. Oh my God. Guys, I kid you not. Look at this footprint. Okay? That's a bare-toed footprint. It's not very big, but that's not a shoe. I don't know what's going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toes. Yeah. Ain't making this up. We're doing mini squatch here. This is the most beautiful and the creepiest place I've ever been. Well, almost. Down to 24% on the GoPro. Hope this isn't my last camping adventure. Alright, I kid you guys not. Take a look around you. That little itty bitty thing was Hector's Falls. I don't see anything behind me. I'm heading back. I mean, there are other prints here that look like they're from a person. But there was that one barefoot print. I never have a camera or a cell phone when I see any of this stuff in the woods. And who would I tell? Who would believe me? Might be more prints like that, but honestly, I'm getting out of here. Check this out. Look, guys, it's Hector's Falls. I think. Unless you gotta hike another 5 miles, because it turns up away from the stream. It freaks me out that there are fresh shoe prints here and barefoot prints and no car. No way for anybody else to have got here. This isn't part of a trail that I know of, unless it's an extension of a trail. That someone hiked a very long way on. And usually the signs would say Hector Falls, North Country Trail access. Hey, that's a cool mushroom. Don't need them unless you know how to identify them. I'm telling you, I hiked in the woods twice earlier today, yesterday, did a couple Jeep adventures, did an e-bike ride in the middle of nowhere. This place gives me the creeps. And see, this wouldn't be part, to my knowledge, of the North Country Trail, because it starts up there with the white blazes. It isn't marked the North Country Trail. There's a gas wall here. I'll tell you, I want to explore this place more properly at some future date, now that I found it. Partially, I'm keeping this camera on as long as it has battery power until I get back to my Jeep. I'm not like frightened, scared, frightened. I'm more like have a creepy feeling. You know, that feeling when you have that you think something's watching you, but nothing's there. And I've got a very good gut of intuition after being out in the woods all my life. Sorry for the heavy breathing. I do actually have a paper bag in the car now. Ha 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 ha. I bought a pair of socks. I'm hiking as fast as I can uphill. And here's the weird part. As I'm hiking uphill, it's getting colder. Do they call those heat sinks? I don't know. All I know is this is the only place in the forest I've ever been that gets hotter as you descend and colder as you ascend. Honestly, I almost think Josh Gates should do an investigation of this place. Boy, I hope I get back to the Jeep before this battery dies. Another rock. Tell you what, man, it's getting very humid. Cold and humid. That's interesting. Tree growing over. Ah, great, a glacial rock. Just heard a loud, sharp crack behind me. Alrighty. It was nice sharing all these adventures with you. This is not supposed to be this kind of a channel. Getting colder. Honestly, guys, I don't care about my heavy breathing right now. This is someplace that's seeming to defy heat rises. Now it's deathly quiet. All the birds are still singing, that's a good sign. But I don't hear any more loud cracking behind me. Wow. Had movement to my left. No noise. Just caught a glint of a shadow in the sun. Jeez Louise. Have to agree with the guys who commented on my bear spray short. A 10mm Glock would be a great comfort right about now. And I'm not that kind of a person. But who knows what kind of animal that may be. Dig on my bear spray. And 5 knives. This is what they call a twofer. 2 adventures in 1. Okay, here's the weird part. It's now hot again. I want to thank my gym that I've been working out in for getting me up the hill with my pack as fast as I did. It's now 20 degrees hotter than it was 100 yards ago. %, on the GoPro. First time in my life I've ever documented something weird like this experience. I've had them, never had a camera. think we need 3 Navy SEAL guys in their kits to come walk this entire trail. Now here's the weird part. You see my shoe prints coming down and coming back, but you see no others. There's no other way for anybody to get down to that trail where I was. You saw me. There's no car in this lot. I heard no person, and some of those prints were made by someone with shoes, but oddly, they weren't hiking shoes. They were more like a woman's size 9 shoe with a back heel, rather than my size 11.5 hiking boot. And then there was that barefoot print that had 5 toes. It's fresh, but wasn't large enough technically to be called a Bigfoot. Then there was the fact that as I descended, it got 20 degrees colder instead of hotter. I mean, as I descended, I'm sorry, it got hotter. And then coming back up, it got colder. And then as soon as I passed that boundary of that gate, it got 20 degrees hotter again. I don't see any more movement to my left. All the weirdness seemed to stop right after I passed that blue gate, like it's some kind of a boundary or something. The only good thing I got to say is that absolutely no one in my family has the patience to watch this entire video. I did do the right thing and text somebody where I was. I do have survival supplies, bear spray, and a knife on me. I've been out in the woods for 50 years. And that's one of the 2 strangest feelings I've ever had walking